Hey guys, today we're diving into something brand new in the world of Speed Promotion's No Prep Kings, NPK, a power adder that could change the game. We're talking about the Hart Centrifugal Supercharger, a power booster that's making waves and already turning heads in early test runs. But will it hold up against the dominant ProChargers, twin turbos, and screw blowers? Let's break it all down and see if this new contender has what it takes to compete at the highest level. For years, ProChargers have dominated the NPK scene, with screw blowers and twin turbos also making their mark. But now, we have a brand new centrifugal supercharger entering the mix, Procharger. This isn't just some minor tweak, this is a completely new development that's been in the works for quite some time. Recently, at events like the US Street Nationals and the World Series of Pro Mod, we got to see this beast in action for the first time. Two big-name street Outlaws racers, Robin Roberts and Larry Larson, put the Procharger to the test, and the results? Well, they were interesting, to say the least. Let's talk numbers because, in racing, that's all that matters. Robin Roberts ran a 3.65 at 204 miles per hour, while Larry Larson's best run clocked in at 3.69 at 201 miles per hour. Now, don't get me wrong, those are solid times, especially for a brand new power adder that's still being dialed in. But here's the catch. Their mile per hour numbers were noticeably lower than those of the ProCharger racers. Both cars ran at the same weight as the ProChargers, so there was no weight break or handicap for the Hart setup. If the power output isn't quite there, will this setup struggle against the established combinations? This is where things get interesting. As we all know, Speed Promotion's NPK 2024 has no weight rules, no boost restrictions, and no turbo or overdrive limits. That means the screw blowers can crank up to 128% overdrive, twin turbos can run as light as they want, and ProChargers are already pushing the limits with nitrous add-ons. If the Procharger is already struggling in mile-per-hour numbers, how will it stand up against power plants that are pushing even harder in this no-rules format? We're already seeing ProCharger racers adding nitrous to keep up with the insane power numbers of the screw blowers and twin turbos. If that's the case, where does that leave Procharger? Right now, it looks like the Hart setup isn't making quite as much power as a ProCharger in its current form. That could change as tuners get more aggressive with the setup, but as it stands, the numbers don't lie. One major advantage ProChargers have always had in NPK is their ability to deliver consistent, manageable power on sketchy tracks. Will the Procharger offer that same reliability? Or will it be a mid-tier option that just can't quite compete at the top level? The big question now is, will we see more racers switching to the Hart Centrifugal Supercharger? Robin Roberts has confirmed that he will be racing some NPK events this year, but not the full season due to other commitments. Larry Larson's plans are still unclear, though he could make an appearance. Meanwhile, Mike Bowman is making his return to NPK this year, and he'll be running a Procharger setup as well. So at least a few racers are giving this power adder a shot. But is it enough? This season is going to be wild. With the no-rules format, we're going to see bigger power numbers than ever before. Screw blowers and twin turbos are uncorked, and the ProCharger guys are already adding nitrous to keep up. If Procharger can step up its power output, it could be a real contender. But if it lags behind in performance, racers may abandon it in favor of the proven ProCharger and screw blower setups. Over the years, No Prep Kings has been a battleground for power adders. We've seen twin turbos, screw blowers, ProChargers, and nitrous-fed monsters all fighting for supremacy. Each combination has had its moments of dominance, and now, with Hart Centrifugal Supercharger entering the mix, we might be witnessing the next evolution in power delivery. The key to success in NPK has always been finding the right balance between power, traction, and consistency. While screw blowers might make insane horsepower, they're also notoriously difficult to manage on a no-prep surface. Twin turbos, on the other hand, are incredibly efficient, but throttle control and spool time have always been concerns. That's why ProChargers became the go-to choice, powerful, predictable, and easier to manage. The big question now is whether Hart Centrifugal Supercharger can shake up the status quo. If it offers the instant torque of a screw blower but with the smooth delivery of a ProCharger, it could be the perfect middle ground. However, early testing suggests that it might not be making as much power as a ProCharger just yet. Another concern is reliability. NPK is brutal on engines and drivetrains, and new technology always comes with a learning curve. If racers start running the Hart charger at max effort and begin experiencing failures, it could be a major setback for this new power adder. No weight rules means maximum power. One of the biggest factors in this year's Speed Promotions NPK season is the no weight rule. That means no more handicaps, everyone is running as light as they want. This heavily favors twin turbos and screw blowers, as they can push the limits without restriction. If Hart's charger is already down on power, how will it keep up when the other power adders are running at full potential? Without weight restrictions, the gap between the strongest and weakest setups could grow even wider, making it difficult for a new player like Hart's to establish itself. If you needed more proof that this season will be more competitive than ever, look no further than the ProCharger guys. They're already adding Nitrous to keep up with the screw blowers and twin turbos. Think about that for a second. The most dominant power adder of the past few seasons is now looking for extra horsepower. That tells you just how insane the power levels are getting. If ProChargers are struggling to stay ahead, what does that mean for Hart's charger? They're already starting behind in terms of raw power, and now they have to catch up to a field that's pushing the limits harder than ever. Every time a new power adder enters the game, there are always a few pioneers willing to put in the time and effort to make it work. Robin Roberts, Larry Larson, and Mike Bowman are currently the only racers confirmed to be running Hart's Centrifugal Supercharger. The question is, who will be the first to make it competitive? If one of these racers figures out how to extract maximum power and put it down efficiently, we could see a major shift in the NPK scene. But if they struggle to make the combination work, Hart's charger might not survive the season. One wildcard factor to consider is track conditions. NPK tracks are notoriously unpredictable. Some races are on decent surfaces, while others are downright sketchy. The ability of a power adder to adjust to different surfaces can make or break a racer's season. The biggest advantage of the ProCharger setup has always been consistency. It delivers manageable power without overwhelming the tires, making it a great choice for no-prep racing. If the Hart charger can match that consistency while increasing power output, it could find its niche in the competition. But if it proves to be too difficult to tune, racers may abandon it in favor of more proven setups. Regardless of which power adder you run, tuning is everything in NPK. The best tuners in the game can take a less powerful setup and make it faster than a higher horsepower car just by optimizing power delivery. This means Hart's charger isn't necessarily doomed just because it's making a little less power than ProChargers or screw blowers. If tuners can find the sweet spot, it might still be competitive. But it's going to take serious effort to get there. Let's be real, not every new technology succeeds. If Hart's charger doesn't produce competitive power, it might fade into obscurity just like countless other experimental setups before it. If that happens, expect racers to quickly switch back to ProChargers, screw blowers, and turbos. The top teams aren't going to waste a season trying to make something work if it's not producing results. So what do you think? Will Hart's Centrifugal Supercharger be the next big thing, or will it struggle to keep up with the insane power levels in this no-rules NPK season? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all things Street Outlaws and Speed Promotions NPK. This season is going to be wild, and I can't wait to see who comes out on top. Stay tuned.